So for I meant to ask you guys this yesterday, but I guess it's better content, like face to face. In the entirety of the history of women's basketball, an international player has been the best draft prospect in the world for like from 99 to 01, and since Paige, we have now confirmed that she's going to enter the draft. It's going to be 25-26.
It sounds right.
Unless like Malaysia fought Full Wiley, like scores 20 points a game.
Which is incredibly plausible.
Yeah. That's pretty wild, though. Like 99, 2000, 2001, and then boom, 2025.
Pretty crazy.
Shout out to LJ.
And yeah.
For today's episode, we have the official expansion draft details for the W's newest franchise, the Golden State Valkyries. Today, we'll run through our hypothetical expansion draft scenario based on what we would do if we were running the show for all 12 and then the 13th front office whenever we draft for the expansion draft.
You are Locked On Women's Basketball, your daily podcast on women's basketball. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Welcome. You are Locked On Women's Basketball. Thanks for making us your first listen every day. We are free and available wherever you listen to podcasts and on YouTube. Today's episode is brought to you by FanDuel. You can start the season with a big return on FanDuel. Place your $5 bet and you'll get started with $200 in bonus bets guaranteed. Visit FanDuel.com to get started. My name's Hunter Cruse. I'm your Saturday host covering the WNBA draft and prospect scouting. Today, I'm joined by my co-hosts, M. Adler and Lincoln Shafer. M covers the W with a focus on player development and the game within the game. Lincoln also contributes to our draft coverage here at The Next and Locked On Women's Basketball. To start with segment 1, let's run through who we would protect from each team. But for M first, can you explain some of the rules for people that aren't familiar? What's the whole process with the expansion? How many players can they protect? Who is available to be drafted as well?
So it's easier to explain conceptually than to literally lay it all out. So basically, you can protect 6 players. So you can protect a lineup plus a backup's worth of players I should say this is for teams who aren't the Vals. Are we calling them the Vals or the Valks? I like the Vals because it sounds stupider.
But you got to get the K in there. It's the Valks.
I'm a fan of Coach K.
GSV. On the men's side, it's GSW. It's GSV.
But that's so many more syllables.
Yeah, like 2 more.
Yeah, that's too many.
Less consonants, though.
Isn't it all consonants?
Yeah, but
isn't it the same number of consonants?
No, Valks has 4.
Yeah, but I'm saying vowels.
Vowels is terrible.
Right, but
I agree with Lincoln.
You guys just hate the Amy Winehouse song Valerie, and that's not okay.
Completely unrelated.
You're not denying it. Okay, hold on. So existing teams can protect up to 6 players. You can protect fewer, as I don't think is the case for any teams, but a couple are going to come close. They actually don't have more than 6 really to protect. You can, so the players that you can protect are essentially anyone that you otherwise would have contract / negotiating rights over in sort of any sense that is not, so just any amount of their rights. So this means that any player who is already under contract, you have exclusive rights to their contract. Any player who is reserved because you have exclusive rights to their negotiating. Any player who is reserved. Yeah, any player who's restricted because you already have a somewhat exclusive right to match any offer they get. This applies to any unrestricted free agent who you would core, because if you core them, you have exclusive rights to their contract negotiations. The flip side of this is that any of those kinds of players are who Golden State can take. They can take any players under contract, any players reserved, any players restricted, and any players who are unrestricted free agents who can be cored.
Or unsigned players as well.
No.
Well, Well, yes. If
well,
you have their
unsigned
exclusive
draftees.
draft
Yes.
rights.
Yeah,
Unsigned
yes.
draftees.
Thank you.
Lake
Yeah.
Hahn, Late
I thought you meant like Emma Meeson
No.
or like Kayla Charles. No, okay. Yeah.
No. Yeah.
I don't know why Kayla
Also
Charles is the
suspended
player who comes to mind
contracts.
there. So yeah, suspended contracts like for our alphabetical first team like Atlanta, Ileana Repair, unsigned players
And Maite
like
Casella.
she's suspended, so I guess that counts.
They have her
Nadia
rights.
Poach, Isabel Borlaise. These are players who you have exclusive rights to negotiations or contracts for. If you basically keep that in mind, and again, this is all very like quarter zip focused, very very front office kind of bullshitty. So like, it's hard to keep track of this if you don't sort of approach these things with a very front office kind of look, and that's usually what we don't always love to do on
Also,
this show. But you kind of
shout out Her Hoop Stats if you want like any information on like who can be cored, who is like is a suspended contract, who is unsigned draftees. All of that is there. That's like the easiest place to like get all of your information for this kind of stuff.
This episode would be impossible to do without the team cap sheets on Her Hoop Stats.
Well, it would be possible because of my
It'd be
off-season
significantly
matrices.
more
However, I pulled those.
It wouldn't be
from Hoop
fun.
Stats. We could do it with Spot Track, who definitely doesn't steal information from Hoops. Anyway, we're starting with Atlanta.
Yep.
Oh, and if you're Golden State, you can only take one player who you intend to core, so unrestricted free agent.
Right.
And you can only take up to one player from each team.
Yes.
As in the case of some teams, Chicago, you don't have to take anyone at all.
Yeah.
Speaking of,
3.5 locks that I think Atlanta will protect, certainly.
I think there's more than that.
yeah, I mean, you're gonna end up taking like more than that because just because
but
you
there's,
can.
There's 3.5, 4 that I think are just absolute no-brainers. Off the top, they're protecting Alicia Gray, they're protecting Jordan Canada, and they're protecting Ryan Howard, and they're almost certainly protecting Naz Hillman.
Right. So we'll put it at 4.
Yeah.
And then
there's some interesting cases here.
I mean, I assume you protect Tilly Jones. I'm not
Yeah.
saying that you necessarily should, but I assume you do.
And then Nadia.
I'm sure. Yes. Yeah. I mean, I think that's pretty obvious 6. I'm sure Golden State would be overjoyed for like marketing reasons. If you
that'd be awesome.
if you don't protect Haley Jones.
Mm-hmm.
You can't take LA over Haley considering she didn't really play, and then also you drafted Haley so high, like number 6,
LA
whatever
anyway.
it was.
I mean, they drafted him back to back,
Yeah.
didn't they?
It was like
Yeah.
6 and 8.
6 and
I think.
8. Yeah.
That's close enough.
Grace Berger in the middle there.
I was about to say.
You could make the case that Borlace over Haley Jones. You could make the case. I wouldn't
Oh,
do
you
it, but
could.
like it's possible.
Yeah, I mean, we'll find out for sure by the time the draft happens because you'll get like a couple months of Isabel Borlace. It's hard to see that happening, but
Hey,
So
she was,
basically-
like, one of the 10 best players in Australia last year,
Yeah.
according to the awards. Awards said she was.
Hunter, come on.
She was the most
Okay.
numbers-wise productive teenager in
Yeah.
the world last year.
That is true. Chicago.
Do we want to take the pick now or come back to it after we do all the projections?
I think we should pick as we go.
Yeah,
Okay.
that'd be easier.
So
Yeah.
basically, you're deciding between Mia Coffey, Letitia Mihir, and Isabel Borlace.
Yeah.
Personally, go ahead.
I think I lean Coffee.
Yeah, I was gonna say for
I
me,
lean
it
Coffee
depends.
as well.
It depends on how the rest of the teams go. Like if we
Right.
go down the list and we're like, we only have two roll 5s in this league, and everyone
Yeah,
else
we can
is
go
just
back.
kind of like a non-roster invite, like a training camp contract. Then I'll take a me here. But like
Yeah, when
if
I was,
I'm
like-
if I have any intention of being remotely competitive, I'll take Coffee.
I mean, last year Nia was like a 3 grade though.
yeah, but I mean, like, how much of that is shooting variance?
Right.
And for me, why you would take another reason you would take Nia is that it's like a strategy as well, where like hypothetically, if you have Nia, she starts the season playing like she did in 2023, you move her at the deadline for like.
I
Whatever you
agree
can get.
insofar as that's possible, but like it's the WNBA.
Hey, we saw a couple of trades this year. You never know.
We did. Hopefully, it's portentous. It portends things to come.
So we'll put a pin in it for Nia Coffee, and we'll turn back to it if
Part of that
if we.
can also depend on later roster construction. There's a couple
Exactly.
going through where you're like, well, if we need a guard, we'll take this one. If we need a wing, we'll go here. You know,
Mhm.
It's Chicago Sky.
What about him?
They have some interesting decisions to make.
Okay, so we'll start off with the obvious ones.
There's 4 locks again, I think.
Yeah, so Mariah Jefferson, Michaela
Yep.
Onyenwere, Angel Reese, and Dana Evans. That's
Correct.
it.
Yeah. Yep, everybody else, you can go.
All right.
I have them protecting for sure Elizabeth Williams, Angel Reese, Kennedy Carter, and Camila Cardoso.
Seems obvious enough to me.
Who knows from there?
I assume just because you have the remaining spots, you would protect. I mean, Teaspoon's gone, so who knows what's happening with Dana Evans? If it's me, I protect Dana and who was I looking at? Dana in LA.
Yeah, Lindsay Allen.
I would also say it's the general manager. Also, it's still for same front office.
He doesn't do anything.
I would take Lindsay Allen over.
Yeah.
But doctor, I am great GM Pagliacci.
So who are we taking for them? Are we taking Rachel Banham? I'd
probably take Mojeff if I'm
Golden
Golden State.
I don't.
I mean, you need someone to play point guard.
There's a lot of point guards. There's a lot of options at point guard.
Yeah.
I mean, I believe you.
I feel like point guard was the most
look at
obvious.
Onyenwere here.
She should be protected.
And then you could stop.
Would she not be protected?
Well, we have the three front court players. We have Carter, we have LA, and we have either Evans or Onyenwere.
I would protect. Michaela.
You protect Onyenwere over Evans
easily.
What?
Easily. She's a wing.
You're insane.
That can make some threes.
Yeah, she's horrible defensively and usually can't make twos. She also only sometimes can make threes.
She's also like the youngest player of these options.
I don't care. She's not growing.
Hey, you never know.
No, she's always been 5'11". She's always been a generous 5'11".
Not physically growing.
That's what I meant.
No.
Yeah, that's what I meant. If she doesn't get taller, why would I want this skill set? Like, it's a fine skill set to start on a really bad team.
So who do we want from this team?
Oh, I'd rather eat my own puke for breakfast, but I'd probably
all right. Mojeff or we Banham?
Banham?
I'm void. I'm voiding it.
Let's just go Mojeff.
Okay, let's go Mojeff / Banham / no one. The issue with taking Mojeff is you cannot cut her in camp. I mean, you can.
Yeah.
You
See, that's another thing I thought about Mojeff is that, yeah.
It's a protected contract.
Yeah, I mean, it's not that much money on the grand scheme of things.
Yeah.
She's been earning more money before.
Yeah.
Shout out Gregory Bibbins.
Our main draft strategy, I guess, here is that you're drafting players that sucked, but like could turn value again, like in their best versions.
I mean,
not like old.
You're thinking more of deadline flips. I'm thinking more of like if I'm gonna have a bunch of like moderately young players, I want them to have veteran.
Well, another thing is, if you look at like the 2006 and 2008 expansion drafts in Chicago and Atlanta,
I'd rather not.
Well, those
I know how those
teams,
went.
The people they drafted, there were 2 or 3 players on each of those teams that played more than one season for that team.
Yeah, I mean, you can go back as far as like the
long-term roster.
Yeah, you can go back as far as like the Indiana and Seattle expansions, and those always go horribly.
Before we get to the next team, let's go to a break, and we'll get back into it with who we're going to back off with Connecticut, and then we'll get to Dallas and Indiana as well. Game Time filters out the fluff to show you only incredible deals on great seats, so you don't have to search through thousands of tickets. You can get the lowest price guaranteed at Game Time, or Game Time will credit you 110% of the difference. Game Time also offers all-in pricing. Toggling this feature shows the front-up total with no surprise fees at checkout. Your purchase is covered with the most flexible customer service policy in the ticketing industry. Take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code LOCKEDONNBA for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code LOCKEDONNBA for $20 off. To kick it off with segment 2, to get right into it, the Connecticut Sun. For me, this is like one of the easiest teams to do.
It's really hard to get to 6.
No, it's
Bree
not.
Jones
No, it's
is
not.
ineligible to be drafted by Golden State here.
Same
She's an
with
unrestricted
DB.
free agent.
I have a feeling Bree Jones is ineligible
without
to receive
record.
another $212,000 from anyone, but that's neither here nor there.
Well, but she's been cored twice, and she is an unrestricted free agent, thus making her ineligible to be drafted.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Not that you would want to core her
It's
anyway.
it's not of any import, but it is just something to note.
Right. It's like I mean, it's like saying that who was an unrestricted free agent on the other team.
Tina Charles.
It's like saying that Tina Charles or
draft.
Diamond Shields can be cored. Like it's
No,
not.
that's
Tina Charles
disrespectful.
can't
She's
be
still better than that. That's disrespectful.
I know. No, honestly, if I was GM of the Valks and if I was GM of the
You would
Valks, I didn't
draft
have,
her.
if I didn't have anyone else to core, I'd be like, fine, Brie Jones, why not?
She has
Yeah,
the most
you can't.
value.
So this
You're
is
thinking in terms
this
of
is
value.
very
I'm just
easy six.
building a basketball team, dude.
But,
Easy six to protect.
Okay, AT is an unrestricted free agent and can be cored. That would be a very obvious pick for the Vals. Just to take what the fifth best player in the league. So we're going AT.
mm-hmm.
Bonner can't be cored, so I don't care about her.
Isn't
So
she under
AT
contract though?
No.
Oh, she's not. Yep.
Yeah. AT, Ty, Dejanay,
Mabry.
O&O, Burton, Mabry.
No, Lacan.
I will challenge the GM of the Vals to take Lacan.
Why would you do that?
Because she's never coming over.
We barely know if Lacan is ever going to play in the city of beautiful, scenic, historic Uncas, Connecticut.
I don't think Burton's worth that
what happens.
risk. I don't think she's not good enough for that.
I'd sooner give up O&O before I give up Burton.
You think?
It's a lot easier to find a good backup center than it is to find a decent backup compo guard.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So that leaves the Valkyries with the option of coring Tiffany Mitchell or Astu Dufall, or
like
or Layla Lacan.
or picking Caitlin Bickle.
So we're challenging
I think I threw out
Golden State to take Lacan, and we're also Golden State, so we're taking Lacan.
Yes. In real
This
life,
hurts because I feel like they're absolutely going to protect Lacan no matter what.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. In real life, you probably. I mean, this comes down to one of Carrington, O&O, or not Carrington. Jesus,
Guy
of
Harris.
O&O. No, O&O, Burton, or Lacan. One of them not getting protected. Sorry, one of them getting protected. No, I said the first time. One of them not getting protected. And in this universe, it seems consensus is Lacan doesn't. In real life, I assume Burton doesn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would also go with Burton.
So either Burton
Unless Burton just goes for like 3 straight games with like 15 points in this playoffs.
Yay, 17-foot jumpers. So
Next.
wait, hold
So
on.
we're going Lacan.
You got to add the spreadsheet back to the stream for all 3 of our wonderful YouTube listeners. Podcasting is a visual.
Guys, we appreciate it.
Shout
So we
out
got Nia
Transfer
Coffee, Mojeff, and
I would have it as
Lacan.
Lacan/Burton, just to indicate.
So we are undecided.
We are not, in fact, Darius Taylor and Stephanie White.
Yeah. Dallas. This
Much
is
as we do resemble each other.
gross one.
Off the bat, let me just insist: Natasha Howard cannot be cored.
Natasha Howard cannot be cored.
You know,
That is correct.
oh God, you know who can be cored? That's right, Jalen Brown. We
They're
start
protecting Arike and they're protecting Maddie
And Satu.
and Satu.
and Satu because Satu. I think out of everyone is like the most obvious person who not only can be picked and cored, but like in real life might be leaving anyway.
Yeah.
So Arike. Well, here's the thing. At the very least, the existence of this expansion draft forces Dallas into coring Satu.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not necessarily. Sorry, I shouldn't say it has to, but like
It
they
should.
can protect her and not core her. But then, what's the point?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you just core.
Which is really funny for a team that was basically carrying like all rookie contracts up and down until like last year. Suddenly you have you've just like stumbled backwards into the Connecticut Sun cap sheet.
I am really struggling to get to 6 that I actually care about protecting with this roster.
Okay, so imagine for a second that you are one Gregeth Bibble. We start with Arike. We have probably Big T. Satu.
I'm not protecting Big T.
Yeah, but you're not Greg Bibb.
Oh.
Satu.
Oh,
Matt,
well,
I don't care what Greg Big does. This is us. We're not talking about Greg. We're talking about us.
Ever does. That's not.
We're talking about us.
Oh, okay, fine.
I would like to protect JC Sheldon.
I'm protecting Carla.
Yeah. Okay, hold on.
I'm protecting Owak Queer.
I'm protecting Stephanie Suarez.
Is this like that camp icebreaker where it's like, my name's Emily, and on our picnic I'm bringing what starts with an E? An eggplant. That was really stupid. What could food start with an
there's
E?
There's a real argument. Eggs.
I'm not bringing eggs.
There's a real argument to protect Owak, though.
Yeah, there is. Shout out to the Italian League MVP from last year. Okay. So I would protect. So Lincoln, give me your 6.
I have Arike, Satu, Maddie Segrist, J.C. Sheldon, Owak Queer, and I guess McCowan.
You protect Carla.
Hunter, you would. Okay, Hunter,
she's our only point guard.
Hunter, you have the same 5, and then Carla.
I think Carla's a lock. Yeah.
Okay. I'm going.
I would like to note that Bella Allery is eligible to be drafted here.
Don't forget Sivi Uzun. I'm going Arike, Satu, I guess Owak, yeah, Maddie, JC, Carla. So I guess we all have the same 6 if we're the GM.
And then
I'm taking Suarez
who are you picking
just because you drafted her so high. I guess you did Owak too, but it was more recent.
Who are you picking if you're the Valkyries off of that? Are you taking Kalani Brown?
Owak. It depends who are we leaving unprotected.
Well, we just left
Suarez.
So we just left Tierra McCowan, Kalani Brown, Stephanie Suarez, Lou Lopez Seneschal, Jalen Brown, Sevi Uzun.
I'm taking Suarez, I think.
How is Paige Robinson still? How does Dell still own her rights? It's been 2.5 years.
Never know when she's going to turn on.
I would take Kalani over Suarez.
I would take. Here's the thing. My cap sheet doesn't matter. I would take Big T.
Fair. Yeah, the cap sheet doesn't matter at all.
So in our universe, we take Big T.
I don't think. But you got to think about this. What type of system are we trying to play? That limits you so much. Like if we're trying to play like a fun up tempo offense.
What do you want to take? Lou Lopez Seneschal?
No, he wants to take
anybody
Suarez.
besides Big T.
Do you actually want to take Suarez?
I'll take Suarez. Yeah, I'll take Suarez.
Why? She's just not good. We never thought she was.
She's
good.
not the worst defensive big of like this last decade.
Okay, just like play Big T for like 20 minutes a game. Your team's gonna.
That's
suck
too many.
anyway.
That's too many minutes. We'll play
Fine,
10
18.
minutes. That's too many.
10 minutes. What is Nia Coffee at the 5 for the rest of them?
We'll find somebody else in this draft to put the 5. We will for sure.
Okay, so in real life, just for
it's not. We don't care about real life. We got to draft.
We are the only Locked On Women's Basketball podcast this week that is talking about the Golden State expansion draft. They need to hear it from someone. In real life, Greg Big probably protects Adike, Big T, Satu, Kalani, Segrist, and JC, right?
That's
Carla.
Yeah.
Who do you drop for Carla?
Kalani, for sure. She has like the worst contract in the league.
Okay. Sure. In that case, who
you
gets
draft
drafted?
Carla,
Kalani or Carla?
Owak.
Probably. Oh yeah, Kalani, Owak, or Carla are basically Kalani or Owak are basically your picks there. If you're Golden State,
I would take Owak Queer.
Yeah. So in real life, we're going with Big T. In in our universe, we go with Big T. In real life, it'll probably end up being
Owak or Kalani.
Owak or Kalani. Yeah.
Yeah. Weird team.
I don't agree with this, but majority wins. So
just put in McCowan. There's not enough room for these names.
we got that down. Let's speed this up a little bit, but let's go to our final break.
We have more than half the league left.
We have more than half the league, but we'll get to it. Stick around for some more talk on these other teams as well. You've heard us talk a lot about FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook. So when you get a hunch in the middle of a game, you can check the latest stats, view live play-by-play, and so much more on the same page where you place your bets. You get started with $200 in bonus bets guaranteed when you place your first $5 bet. That's FanDuel.com today to get started. All right, segment 3. Let's speed it up a little bit. Get through some of these teams. Let's not talk about Dallas for like 15 minutes. It's like nobody interesting.
No one wants to talk about Dallas for 15 minutes.
Okay,
Sorry,
Fever have a
Jack.
top 4 that's very fun to grab. It's just Caitlin, Aaliyah, Kelsey Mitchell, and whichever big you want.
Wait, say that one more time.
What?
Wait, what?
Yeah, Lexi Hole. They're protecting Lexi Hole.
Big.
Yeah, I was like, what the hell are you talking about?
You can pick a big after that.
Temmie.
Yeah,
You got those
Temmie.
4.
Temmie gets you to 5, and then you take probably one of Berger or Wallace, I assume.
Or you take Nalissa and you trade her.
No, you don't.
What
do you think Nalissa in this league? What do you think Nalissa's trade value is?
Second rounder.
Early second rounder.
I think that's worth a second rounder. There's teams that need her. I mean, there's teams that need her. You could leverage.
Yeah, Dallas needs to tank harder.
There's teams that could take the shot on like Seattle. They need some backups. Like, why not?
You think Nalissa wants to be a backup to Nneka Ogwumike?
She's gonna have to be.
Seattle would prefer Joyner Holmes.
You never know. I mean,
I'm not doing a bit here. To be clear.
Nalissa Smith is the most obvious 22 points and 11 rebounds on an expansion team that wins 6 games player in the
She's just
history
Benny
of
Lennox,
basketball.
but big.
big Benny Lennox.
So we're taking Nalissa here pretty easily.
I think we have to put Nalissa in.
In real,
you can protect Berger, Wallace, Katie Lou, whichever you prefer.
Yeah, it's one of them. In real life, I assume you're protecting, the 5 we mentioned. So that's the 4, the 4 good starters and Temmie, and then you protect probably Wallace.
If we're not protecting Nalissa and trading her,
I'm saying in real life.
Berger. Yeah, I would say Berger. Yeah, I would say Berger.
Yeah, we would take. Who did we say we were drafting from this team? Berger, Liz.
Liz.
Yeah, I'll go with Liz. So Kelsey Plum can be cored. So Kelsey Plum, despite being an unrestricted free agent, has to be protected. From there, you go with the rest of the big 4 because they're all under contract, and then you raise questions.
Yeah. You protect Hayes.
So yeah, that's an obvious 4. Here's the thing: do we think they're coring? Do we think the Golden State is going to draft and core Tip Hayes, which is a lot of money that takes you out of some very legitimate free agents this year?
Yeah.
I mean, they're not going to take her. You have nobody else.
With the old people, like, what do you do with Alicia Clark and Kia Stokes?
Well, do you even want to protect Kia Stokes?
Yeah, I don't think so.
I would just say Tips because she's the best of them.
Yeah. I think we just give the Valkyries Kirsten Bell and move on.
But like,
would you consider Kia Stokes?
If I'm given our roster so far, no chance in hell.
Yeah, we have too many big.
Oh yeah, because we have Tierra McCowan.
We have Tierra McCowan, Alyssa Smith, and Mia Collins.
I would rather have Kia Stokes than Tierra McCowan.
Jesus Christ! Hunter.
Sure.
No.
KB, Sid Colson, Meg Gustafson, Kate Martin, all options here.
I would say if we didn't have Big T, I would take Meg, but I assume the Aces are going to protect Meg. Honestly,
yeah.
We have the worst defensive front court in the league.
That's what's going to happen with an expansion team.
Yeah, most of the mid teams in this league have bad ones already. Anyway,
it's going to be really hard to find good defenders at the big spot and any wing that is playable.
It depends.
That's why I'm drafting Kate Martin.
We're deciding between the worst offensive big in the league in Kia Stokes or the worst defensive big in Tierra McCowan.
This is Kalani Brown erasure. Los Angeles Sparks. This one's fun because everyone's under contract.
So we're taking Bell.
No. M said Kate Martin.
That was a joke.
They would protect her. They would protect her.
We said
why would you protect Kate Martin?
I don't know. They like her a lot for some reason. I don't know.
I mean, I would say whoever of like Tip, AC, and Meg end up unprotected.
Yeah, that seems fair to me. Do you want to core Alicia Clark?
As the GM of the Vals, I've had worse ideas.
Yeah.
You need to play a 3 somehow. Yeah, let's go with AC. I like that idea, actually.
Let's do AC. That's a fun fit. Sparks, they're absolutely coring Cam Brink, Rakia Jackson, and De'Arica Hamby.
Coring?
Protecting.
You said Brink, Jackson, and who else?
Hamby.
Mm-hmm. You'd also protect Z. A good one.
Mm-hmm. Probably Ray Burrell gets protected after the end of the season she had.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. You're probably protecting Swain. You're protecting Swain before you protect any of Lee, Cook, Talbot.
Lexi?
My 6 are Azare, De'Arica, Cam, Rakia, Lexi, Ray.
Here's the thing. I'm not protecting Lexi because look, if you are the GM of the Vels and you want to select a player who is currently dealing with Crohn's disease that has kept her off the court for the past 6 months, be my guest.
That's true.
However, that being said, teams have more access to medical information than we do, and really only the Sparks know whether Lexi is like a decent shot to play next season. Like at the beginning,
Vadiva is eligible to be drafted here.
Unlike in the real draft when they got a penalty for trying that.
So are we gonna say you protect Lexi just because we don't know what the situation is?
No, I'm saying you leave her unprotected.
Then who would we draft? We draft Lexi Brown here.
I wouldn't draft Lexi either. I'm probably
Draft Airy?
Aries, who I
restricted
would
free
pick.
agent, easy.
Airy is a great pick here.
Aries legitimately
either
one of the
Airy or
best
Talbot,
options.
and I think we need guards more than we need wings.
Yeah.
Right now.
Yep. Sounds good to me.
Aries is like
The
one of the
Lynx.
only like semi-young
Lynx.
players.
Now we're gonna
Lynx
get a good
have
player.
really easy 5.
Right.
Easy.
It's
Lock.
the starting
Easy
lineup.
5. Yeah. Yeah.
Locks.
Nafisa Collier, Kayla McBride, Courtney Williams, Alana Smith, Bridget Carlton. And there's your 5. And then pick one of like
I think it's a lock for the
Andolcini,
6.
Hines Allen, Diamond Miller, and Dorka.
Hunter, who do you think the lock for number 6 is?
It's Diamond. You drafted her number 2 overall, and she was just.
She got multiple DNP CDs.
Yeah, they don't like her.
You think that?
For me, it comes down to Diamond, Maya Hirsch, and Jess Shepard. Maybe it's Andolcini, actually.
Not Dorka.
Right.
I don't.
Dorka got pushed out of the rotation by MHA.
And here's the thing: they would protect Dorka if they could, but like, look, if it's Zondalacini or Dorka, like that front office knows which is more
Chechi.
replaceable. Yeah.
Okay, the other thing
I'm
that's
probably
worth considering.
I'm probably protecting Chechi. If it's me, I'm protecting Chechi.
The other thing worth considering is Zandolazini might just say, "I'm not playing the W."
I mean, yeah.
It's like similar to like.
But here's the thing: if that happens, then as the Lynx, I still don't have her either way, and that sucks.
Yeah.
I don't want that to happen.
I think if I'm the Valkyries here, I'm probably taking Diamond or MHA.
What are you going to core MHA?
She's the best core option, honestly, of anybody.
No.
Would you rather core like?
Didn't we already take an unrestricted free agent anyway?
I
Yeah,
don't
Alicia
think
Clark.
So we're coring Alicia Clark.
Yeah, you
We're
can't
coring
take a
Alicia
second
Clark.
core.
Cool. So MHA.
Alicia Clark is a much better core option than MHA.
Sure.
Yeah, I would
So we're
agree.
taking
I would
Diamond
agree.
or
I forgot what she
Dorka or
scored.
Jess Shepard.
Diamond who or Jess Shepard?
Dorka.
Diamond,
We're
Dorka,
taking
Jess Shepard,
Diamond.
or Maya Hirsch. Hunter would like to
taking
take Maya
Diamond.
Hirsch.
I'm taking Diamond.
I think Diamond's the right pick here.
Yeah.
Because you have injury concerns with Maya too. Same with Diamond.
Yeah, we're talking about a bunch of players who, are not going to be starting impact level players. Maybe Jess Shepard, but we already have enough forwards.
And we have another easy 5 with the New York Liberty.
New
Their
York
starters
Liberty.
in the playoffs is a really easy 5 to protect.
Yes, just all their 5
Sabrina,
starters.
JJ, Benija, and Leo Fibich.
You have to be clear. You have to protect Stewie because she's an unrestricted free agent who has only played 1 year under the core. So she probably gets cored this year to knock out the second year of core
Courtney
protection.
Vandersloot can also be cored, but if we're taking Alicia Clark, then we cannot take Courtney Vandersloot.
That's the interesting one for me. Because I can't see a world in which Sloot gets protected by New York.
Do you think they protect, like, Kayla Thornton, Niara Sabli?
So it comes down to one of KT, Sabali, and Breen Johannes.
Oh, yeah. Good point.
Right.
My dark horse pick here, if I'm the Valkyries front office, is Rebecca Gardner. She's been boring coming off of
we already have
She's
Clark.
35 and coming off an ACL tear.
Yeah.
Like as a team that is going to suck for at least like 2 years, what do I have to do with that?
So
You know what the
Sabali or Thornton?
Yeah, I go Thornton.
I would go Sabali.
I think we already have enough bigs. Is my thing.
No, are we saying who would you protect? Who's our last protection spot?
Oh, Johannes.
Yeah, it's MJ.
Yeah.
It depends though.
It's going to happen in real life, and it's also going to happen here. But actually, I agree with you. You should take Niara Sabali. She's younger, more cost
Yes.
control.
Draft Niara Sabali to the Golden State Valkyries. Fun.
The only
that
reason
being-
you wouldn't
sorry.
protect MJ is that this year is a Eurobasket year, so I don't even know if she'll play this year. So would you rather have Markeisha Davis, you drafted in the first round, or
No.
Sabali? Sabali, who you drafted as well, pretty high.
Oh, they're not protecting Markeisha. There's no chance. Also, we're not. Here's my question. I think that's an interesting one. Would you rather have AC and Niara, or like 35-year-old, very clearly aging Sloot and like Kirsten Bell or Kate Martin?
We can't have Kate. We can't have Sloot. We already drafted.
Right.
I think
we're saying if we switch out Alicia Clark.
If you switch out Alicia
different
Clark for
ace.
Sloot, then you switch out Niara for.
I think we just take.
either-
I think we take Nara. We need some young prospects on this team. Some more young prospects.
Yeah,
Fine with me.
I do agree with you, especially because you're not going to get a whole lot of utility out of Salute. Which again, like you can sign a lot of free agents, and you're definitely going to sign a lot of free agents after 26. But like it's clean slate anyway.
Yeah.
So I think we just take
Phoenix
Sably here.
Mercury? Yes.
Phoenix Mercury. This is a team that actually probably is going to get entirely bypassed.
It could
We should
very well happen.
So if you protect every vet who's under contract,
Mhm.
that's 4. That's Ka, Tosh, Sophie Cunningham, and Beck. I assume you also so BG can't be cored, which is terrifying if your name is Nick Uren. Your options are Natasha Mack, Charisma Osborne, Micaiah Herbert Harrigan, I guess Monique Billings, Celeste Taylor, Amy Atwell. I assume we're all protecting Mac.
And Diana
Billings is a UDFA. So
Yeah. I mean, Mac was by far their best bench player. Like
Yeah.
you're taking Mac for sure.
I would say
Yeah.
Mac on $65,000 is a good deal, and then I guess Celeste.
Yeah.
Like
Do you
who
want-
else from this bench do you want to resign even at like league minimum?
Yeah.
It's
Do
either
you
Celeste
just-
or Charisma.
as
It
a-
could be Charisma.
You just give DT a legacy protection.
No, this could be
Kaya
it.
as a Mercury. But what if but the funny thing is DT has never been cored. What if they core her and she says I'm done, and then they hang up a purple number 3 in the Chase Center rafters in the wrong shade of purple?
So Ka, Tosh, Sophie Cunningham, Beck Allen, Natasha Mack, and one of Charisma Osborne is Celeste Taylor, right?
Yeah, and I guess you just draft the other one if you're
Sure.
Golden State.
Let's say we protect
Celeste.
Celeste and we draft Charisma.
Cool.
All right.
Seattle's another easy one, I think.
Yeah, basically Seattle's entire bench is free
Just
agents anyway. and
Protect
they're not.
their entire rotation.
Yeah,
It's
so
not a free agent.
you protect Jewel, you protect Sky, Neck is free agent and can't be protected. You protect Ezzy, you protect Horston.
Horston.
You actually don't care about Nika Mule because now she's actually
Rest in
somewhat
peace.
perversely, she on the date of recording she just tore her ACL. She
Yeah.
doesn't need to be protected because who's drafting a torn ACL player?
They don't even have 6 players under contract though.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. They have literally 4 players under contract, and,
So you
by
might as
far
well
the
just
best player
do
protected
Nika.
is can't be cored. Well, here's my thing.
Yeah.
I
Do
guess
you want to do
No, you're
Gabby
right.
For fun.
who they
I guess we
draft?
protect Gabby. Gabby is like very borderline coreable.
Was it Mackenzie Holmes or something?
I'm not protecting Mackenzie Holmes.
Yeah.
So
they have her
who we
rights.
drafting? Mackenzie Holmes or just voiding the pick?
Draft Nika and suspend her contract.
No, we already protected Nika.
Yeah.
But if
you-
we can't protect Gabby and Nika.
Yeah, you
yeah,
can.
you can. Jewel,
They have literally 5 players
Skylar-
under contract. You protect the
Right.
5 players under contract and Gabby. That's 6.
yeah, that's 6 right there.
They have no restricted free agents. Okay, so you draft, I
I have
guess,
Sky
Mackenzie
written in my
Holmes.
lock section twice because I don't know how to read.
That's okay.
So
I don't
we're
know how to
voiding this
podcast.
pick.
No, you
right?
drafted Mackenzie Holmes.
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
Hunter, just put down Mackenzie Holmes. She's getting cut in camp. So is Charisma Osborne.
All right, Mackenzie Holmes. Am I even spelling her name right?
No,
It's an
it's
A before the
MACK.
C.
That looks
Last
right.
team.
Yeah, that looks better.
The K
The
is lowercase.
Washington Mystics.
That looks better too. Yeah, you're right.
Washington Mystics.
Weird. Another weird. one.
This is the best team,
Mystics.
I think.
Yeah, you're gonna get kind of a good player out of the Mystics.
Yeah.
Very good
player.
Ironically, you have like the Lynx, the Liberty, maybe the Sparks, and the Mystics are the teams that you're getting a good player.
Me and Lincoln were talking about this pre-recording. I could absolutely see Mike T going to Golden State and being like, "We'll give you a pick, a second-round pick, like multiple
To not
picks,"
take anyone.
Yeah.
because they have Jade and Sikakone, who are like 2 of the best prospects you'd possibly get in this draft.
Right, because you're looking at you are going to protect Ariel, you're going to protect Sykes, you're going to
It's an
protect
easy 6 for
Kira,
me.
you're going to protect Kira, you're going to protect Aaliyah, and then you basically you're down to
You have to
Jade,
pick 2.
Jade Angstler. You have to pick 2 of Jade Angstler, Van Loo, Carly, Steph Dolson,
You're
and
taking Steph.
Sikakone. Sorry,
And Elena Deladon, who is eligible to be drafted in this draft.
What, should we just take Elena Deladon? No.
We already did our core.
yeah,
Oh yeah,
that
we
it,
did.
it's a good
And-
bit though.
It is
That'd
a
been
good
funny.
bit.
Would you
who do
take-
think
would you
the teams
take
that they
round
protect are?
pick? Here's my question: would you take a second-round pick from Mike Tebow to not draft?
It depends.
Who's
on
more
which-
valuable,
which
Jade or a
second-round picks
second?
They have. Jade for sure.
Here's my thing: how much noise do you think you as GM of Golden State are making in the 2025 free agent class?
Yeah, that is a great point.
Lincoln, would
like-
you rather have JJ Quinterly or Jade?
At this
'Cause we're
point, I
thinking about
think
that
taking,
player-
I'm taking Jade.
Probably, but not by a huge margin.
Not by
Because
not by a
we're
huge margin.
assuming AZ goes higher. We're assuming Anissa Morrow goes higher than we have her ranked. But
Yeah, of
like,
course.
Washington has it. They're gonna have like one of the top. I think they have the second or third pick.
yeah.
In the second
So it was a
round
decent
this year.
pick in this class.
It'd be like pick 14. Would you trade that for keeping whichever of Samuelson, Dolson, Angsler, Van Loo that you can't protect?
So should we say? I say we just take Jade here. I say you protect Dolson.
Do you think you? I'm trying to think. Do you think you could squeeze Mike for the 5th pick? But probably not.
Yeah, that's a tough sell.
Do you? Do you think you could
What about the Atlanta pick?
What if you like swapped your second
Yeah,
one
Atlanta
for
pick.
his? No, that's what I'm saying. Atlanta picks number 5.
Yeah.
If I'm Golden State and I send
might
my
do
second
that.
round pick
Well,
in
Atlanta's
return
pick
for
is
the
gonna be
Atlanta pick,
6.
We might look like
Atlanta's
geniuses
pick's gonna be
if this
6
happens.
because the Valkyries are gonna have 5,
we don't know that.
almost certainly.
No, that's
Yeah.
incorrect. We have no idea.
Okay,
That's-
but
that's what
it's
happened
been
last
every
time.
single
Yeah,
time.
but no, I agree. But
They're following
if
all the
that's
old
simple,
rules.
why have they waited this long to tell us?
Because
Look, in the interest of fairness, I
it is
agree.
the WNBA.
Fine. I would trade my second round pick for. Here's the thing: I would offer.
I wouldn't.
If I'm GM, if I'm Ms. Val, I would trade. Or,
We
sorry,
have a GM.
I would offer my second round pick in exchange for one of Washington's first round picks in order to not draft one of their players. They probably gets
Yeah.
declined, and then I take Jade Melbourne.
Yeah.
I don't know if it would get declined. I don't know if you
Take Jade or
leverage it
Angsler.
enough. I'm keeping Angsler protected. I think over Jade.
I don't think it really matters. Wait,
So
So you're protecting Kone and Angsler, and then
no, they definitely protect Jade over Emily.
yeah, for
so
sure.
protect
They have too many
Jade,
picks.
draft Angsler.
What do we need?
Or do you protect-
Other
or do you
than anyone
draft
who's
Van
good at
Loo?
basketball.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter, Buff. It doesn't matter, but we just dog best player available.
So I guess we just
Okay.
take Kone.
Why would you not take Jade though?
Well, hold on.
So
We're
we have the
protecting.
floor protectors.
We're protecting
Atkins,
Ariel. We're
Sim,
protecting Ariel, Sykes, Kira, Aaliyah Edwards. Are we protecting Carly?
Carly. I think you have to protect Carly.
I don't think you have to.
Well,
You don't
I'm
have to,
saying
but
we're
it's-
taking
it's
Stephanie Suarez. Not Stephanie Suarez. That's crazy. Stephanie Dolson.
drafting or protecting.
Protecting Stephanie Dolson.
Sure.
Yeah,
She's
fair enough.
valuable.
Steph Dolson.
Okay, so
Yeah,
that leaves you with the ability to protect one of Kone, Melbourne, and Angsler.
I'm taking Angsler to protect.
Jesus Christ, no.
No.
As much as I
that's
love
not gonna
Angsler,
happen.
no way. I'm protecting.
You're taking Jade?
We take-
You
yeah.
can only protect one. No, but you can only protect one of Carly Samuelson, Angsler, Van Loo. Two. You have to pick 2 of Samuelson, Dolson, Angsler,
This is
Van Loo,
confusing.
Kone, Melbourne.
Yeah, no. The issue with the Mystics specifically is Atkins, Sykes, Kira, and Aaliyah Edwards all clear locks to get protected, and from there you have about 6 players who are possible protections.
Similar level. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's tough to choose.
I guess we end up with Hirosika Kone?
Or Limon.
Bernadette Pallett. What about Bernadette?
I made the
Pallett?
exact. I like that. I like
Mikey,
that.
let's
I think
make
our
a
best
trade.
option.
Okay, so it's either an extra first round pick or it's Sika Kone.
I'm taking. I'm saying we do the trade that you came up with, or we.
Thanks, I'm a genius.
Yeah.
I think that's the best deal we're gonna have, rather
So,
than.
Our
Thank
rotation.
you.
I'd rather have this pick. than this right now.
Diabolical.
This is a better team than
Certainly
Chicago was
something.
last year.
What's our starting lineup? At the 1,
Oh
At,
boy.
at the one we have
The
Terry
one is-
McCowan.
Yep. The one is I'd probably starting Airy at this point.
Airy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then is Diamond starting at the 2?
No, I'll shoot myself.
Who's starting? at the
Mojef?
We don't have any 2s.
Mojef.
No, we're not starting
Pick-
Mojo.
Mojef is
pick-
she's like a
first
true
round
talent, 40% catch and shoot 3-point shooter.
True talent. She shot like what 10% this year.
She barely played this year.
She
In
took like 20
Chicago.
shots from 3.
Maybe she was unhealthy. She's always been unhealthy. Fine, we'll start Burton.
I actually don't hate that as much.
Thank
And
you.
then at the 3, we're starting Alicia Clark.
Yep, we're starting AC.
Nia Coffey at the 4.
Cal.
Melissa Smith. We have so many 4s.
What you have to think about here is we're probably going to draft a guard. Like, we're probably just going to take Olivia Miles and start Olivia Miles.
Easy Fudd. Come on down.
No.
No.
No. Both of us are like, no. I guess
We have
Liz
so many 4s.
and Niara?
Nia?
Listen, Niara is wild.
Yeah,
But
well,
I think there's no way to avoid it. Do we start
Yeah.
Nia at the 3?
I would rather
No.
Big
I-
guard.
Tanisha's not.
No.
Tanisha doesn't have a job anymore. We're not doing that.
He could be the coach of the Valkyries.
I would rather start. Here's the thing: if I have to somehow combine our whatever the opposite in terms of goodness, not goodness, whatever the opposite in terms of like power, strength, fightability of a Hydra is, that's our front court rotation. So in this really messed up rotation of Nia Coffey, Big T, Liz, and Niara, if I had to combine them, I would rather have Liz and Niara.
Can we go back and
No.
take Steph Talbot instead of Aerie and start Talbot at the 3?
Who are you starting at the 1?
Mariah Jefferson.
No,
No, she's never hurt. She's always hurt. We're not gonna have a point guard.
get out of here, dude.
I mean,
Okay,
we
we're starting. Hold on, we're starting Liz and one of Big T and Niara.
I'm choosing Niara over Tiana.
Yeah, so am I.
Yeah.
The head coach of the Valves of the Valves, probably not.
The Valves?
The Val.
So that's our starting lineup.
the
And our
Valvoline.
our bench is like
So our
we got-
bench
we
is
got-
Mojef,
Jefferson
we got
and
Big McCowan,
Osborne.
I was gonna put the players random in order.
Diamond.
Osborne.
No, we're cutting her in camp.
Okay, then we're only going to have 7.5 players. Do we think more than 8 players from the expansion draft make the initial Valkyries roster?
So let's think about this roster
the
right
amount of
here.
players that are free agents this year? God, no.
We have to think
Yeah.
about it. We have Coffey's protected, Jefferson protected, McCowan's protected, Smith
Yeah.
is protected, Clark is protected.
Ooh.
That's 5 right there.
Smith is rookie protected. She does not count against the 6.
That's true, yeah. It's a
So we're down to
guaranteed
4.
contract, but it's not a veteran.
We're talking about guaranteed contracts that are absolutely going to be on the team. I think that's what
Contracts.
we're
We're
talking
talking about contracts.
So we have 5 guaranteed that
Probably
are
makes the
absolutely.
team.
I would say
Probably
Diamond
makes the
too,
team.
probably, and Nara. So 7.
Put Diamond at the backup 3, I guess.
Yeah.
Who's at the backup
And then
2?
we have-
Man, doesn't matter.
We don't need a backup 2. We're gonna sign one off the street.
Yeah,
Yeah,
backup
we
2
were.
is...
And then Coffee and Big T are our backup front court.
Backup 2 is Arella Garantes.
How hurts.
Taya Cooper, whatever. Taya
This
Cooper.
is not.
It's a team.
It's a team that's better than several teams.
You know what would be?
It's a team
You know what would be
that is
awesome? Imagine.
built to get our fam.
No, unfortunately, no. This team does not get you all a fam. That's the issue.
Imagine we drafted Janiah Barker and we had the good Janiah. I mean the good Alyssa Smith and then the bad Alyssa Smith. in the
Bizarro Nalissa Smith.
lineup. Backing up.
Oh, that's the comp. I'm putting that in.
Bizarro Melissa Smith.
It's a good comp. It's a good.
It is a
comp.
good comp.
This is
It's a good comp.
our messiest episode to date.
It's not necessarily. I don't think it's our messiest. It's just our longest.
Yeah.
Weird roster. We'll see what strategy they decide to go with. The most fun scenario
Strategy
for
appears to
me.
be mediocrity.
The most fun scenario is that Marine doesn't get protected by New York, and you just let Marine just go out and average 20 next year.
You said it's a Euro Cup year. That's the issue.
Yeah.
I'm picking the most fun scenario. Like everything's perfect.
The most
and
fun
she's just like-
scenario is they like core EDD and draft Marine.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The most fun scenario is they draft all suspended contracts in Euros. So we get Marie Kondo, Maite Cazorla, EDD. You get
Maria Vadiva.
Hatsu, Maria
Emma
Vadiva,
Mieseman signs as a free agent
Awak
too.
Clear.
Yeah, a walk. It's just the entire Fenerbahce lineup. It's like
Just
Besides
minus
Sev.
70.
why not? Yeah. Fenerbahce minus
Yes.
Stewie.
Fenerbahce minus Stewie Fianuzun.
Yeah, you get
I like that
some of the-
idea.
It's at some point there's diminishing returns on drafting internationals in the expansion draft, but you can take a couple. Maite Cazorla would be a top half of the league starting point guard.
Correct, and also at some point there are diminishing returns. However, when it comes to figuring out lottery odds,
That's a great point.
If none of the internationals come over and we get 0 wins this year, we will get Hall of Fame probably.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Who knows?
Or we get Flage.
No. What are we gonna call
Hey.
the tanking for? No, I mean she's good, but she's not Hall of Fame. What are we gonna call the tanking for Hall of Fame? Famished for fam?
Wawa for Awa.
I'm out of here.
Thanks for making Locked On Women's Basketball your first listen every day. Long episode. Thank you. And we'll see y'all next time. Have a great weekend, everyone.